Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langaite Girim Yat Kripatamam Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd Canto, 5th Chapter. Vidura's Talks with Maitreya. Text 16. Translation. Kindly chant all those superhuman, transcendental activities of the Supreme Controller, the Personality of Godhead, who accepted incarnations fully equipped with all potency for the full manifestation and maintenance of the cosmic creation. A very earnest request is being made by Vidura to Maitreya. Both are devotees of the Personality of Godhead, and both are very advanced souls. Prabhupada mentions in the purport how Vidura was very eager to hear about Lord Krishna. So this eagerness is a very important quality in making advancement in Krishna consciousness. It is said that one should actually become very greedy to hear about Krishna, to chant about Krishna, to get the association of the pure devotees. Rupa Goswami says that if there is any qualification for making spiritual advancement, Tachalolyam Ekamulyam, is that one must become very greedy to get that association. One should be very greedy to hear about Krishna. And in that eagerness, that greed, then much advancement can be made. And so, for the transmission of Krishna katha, the speaker must be qualified, the hearer must be qualified, and then there can be proper transmission and benefit in Krishna katha. Prabhupada gives the example that in order to beget children, then the husband must be potent and the wife must also be fertile. And then when they unite, a child can come. It may happen in our case that sometimes we may get the opportunities to hear from advanced devotees. We can hear the lectures of Srila Prabhupada, read the books. But if we are not eager to hear, we don't come with a submissive attitude to receive the transcendental message, then it doesn't act as it is meant to in the heart. So Vidura was particularly distressed due to Lord Krishna having left the planet. He was very fortunate, Maitreya, that he happened to be there when Lord Krishna was performing his pastimes of leaving this world. Of course, Lord Krishna was much more eager to receive Uddhava and discuss with Uddhava than he was with Maitreya. Bless me. Shri Pralanishingare Bhagavan ki. So it is explained there that the quality of Uddhava's devotion was much greater than that of Maitreya Muni. Maitreya Muni said to be a Jnana Mishra Bhakti. which means that Maitreya Muni was always cognizant of the position of Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the opulence of his position. And so when Maitreya was there, the Lord allowed him to stand quite near and to place an ear to listen to what Krishna was discussing with Uddhava. Uddhava was completely distraught. My dear Lord, you must allow me to come with you. What will become of me once you leave this planet? Anyway, what will become life on this planet when the Lord, you have departed? But the personality of Godhead, Krishna, said, no, Uddhava, actually, I have given everyone else different benedictions. You haven't asked for anything during my pastimes. You should request some benediction from me. And Uddhava said, well, everyone else got special instructions, benedictions. Is there some special instruction you can give to me? And the Lord said, yes, I actually desire that you take this message to the sages in Badarikaksham. Therefore, I will speak again the instructions much better than what I spoke to Arjuna. And this instruction will be famous as the Uddhava Gita. As all this sweetness in dealings was going on, Maitreya was there, hearing, seeing the Lord. And therefore he was also feeling completely blessed and cleansed by such association. And as such, Maitreya Muni wanted to become a disciple of Uddhava. But Uddhava, feeling that he didn't want to transgress the etiquette, he said, I'm much younger to you. It's not right for me to accept you as my disciple. But if you go, you will meet Vidura. Oh, Vidura is also looking for a guru. They're both traveling. He said you can get initiation, yes. This is an instruction to Vidura. My thoughts are a bit mixed up. Who was instructed to to accept Maitreya Muni as his disciple. Yes, Vidura was also older than Uddhava. So now that Vidura has left the palace, because in the palace there was so much intrigue and Duryodhana had spoken very harsh words towards him, he abandoned the palace and went on pilgrimage. And so Bhagavatam says Yadrichaya, as if by chance, but of course by providence, he has met with Maitreya Muni and he is eager to know about the personality of Godhead. And particularly, he is giving him a hint that you speak about the direct incarnations of the Lord which have full potency. It is said, Ete chamsa kalapumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Mridayanti Yuge Yuge. In the scriptures, so many incarnations of the Lord are explained, but it is said that Krishna is the source of all the incarnation. He is the Swayam Bhagavan. And therefore, Krishna is the complete manifestation of Godhead. Prabhupada mentions this supreme personality of Godhead. He used to always bother me, what is this Godhead? I was imagining hearing it before I inquired, like there's this big head of God that is just, I don't know, all-seeing and just everywhere. This big head called Godhead. But in fact, Prabhupada is using English language to show that Godhead is like there's a division of God. In Sanskrit is Vishnu Tattva. The Vishnu Tattva is the platform of God. As explained in Brahma Samhita, that although there are many candles in a room which are giving similar light and heat, still there is always the original candle that has given light to all the others. And therefore, out of Godhead being all those Vishnu tattvas, then Krishna is the supreme person, the candle that has lit all the candles. Therefore, supreme personality of Godhead. Especially in the Vedic culture, people may know Narayan, Vishnu, Narsinga, Varaha, Ram, and they may know that these are personalities of God. This is God. But Prabhupada made it clear that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. And therefore, Vidura wants to know about him. And he wants to know about the Purusha incarnations. So those are explained. Purusha incarnations are expanding. Of course, first expansion is Balaram. And from Balaram, Sankarshan. Then the Shatuvyuha, Aniruddha, Pradumna, Vasudeva. And then again that Sankarshan, another quadruple incarnations. And then from the last Sankarshan, then Maha Vishnu is manifested. So he is the first Purusha avatar. So Maha Vishnu, even the name just suggests, Maha is very big. In our situation, we are used to pointing out. People come to Hare Krishna movement and they want to know about God. And we point to Krishna. This is God. Sometimes they're very bewildered. That this little boy, one face, two arms, two legs, just looks like any ordinary human being. How can this be God? But when we show Maha Vishnu, it's a little bit more convincing if we explain at least that he is a gigantic form of the Lord lying in the causal ocean. And from his pores and breathing come out all these universes. Prabhupada says, just like dust coming through a mirror, a screen. We have in the guest house, at least I saw, there's this net, the screen to keep out the mosquitoes. And then at a particular angle, you can see how the light is shining through, and then you can see the different dust particles coming through. So very insignificant is the size of dust. And in relation to Mahavishnu, the universes are coming out, and they are so tiny, just like we look at dust and not think much of it. In relation to the form of Mahavishnu, the universes, which in relation to us are gigantic. The best of our astronomers have their big telescopes, deep space, with mega lenses, and they can only see a small portion of what is the universe. And they're speculating that within the thousands and millions of galaxies that they are seeing, there must be much more and more and more that make up the universe. So it is said 4 billion miles is the diameter of just this one universe. So how big is the paw of Mahavishnu if these come out of his paws? 4 billion miles. So it's inconceivable actually for the human mind. So this Mahavishnu is an expansion of the personality of Godhead. And therefore, in thinking of him, we can understand how great, how powerful God is. From Mahavishnu, then he expands further as the second Purusha incarnation. This is Garhodakshayi Vishnu. Well, Garhodakshayi Vishnu enters into the universe, and then he is lying down in the universe. It said the universe is like an egg, Jagadanda. And then he perspires, and he fills up a portion of the universe. So this is where rational thinkers think, okay, enough now, Hare Krishnas, with all your fancy stories. Some person is lying down in the universe, and from his perspiration, he's filling up the universe. Come on. Come on. One of the devotees, Gauradas Prabhu, he's now serving in New Zealand from South Africa. When he was coming to Krishna consciousness, he met the devotees. They had a table, and then they sold him a Krishna book. They told him, you take this book, and it will give you beautiful dreams. So he's someone who really likes dreams. Every day he'd remember what he dreamt, and even when we're taking shower, he's telling us what he dreamt. So even that time, that's how they caught him. Good dreams. So he bought it. And then he became a devotee. He had his dreadlocks. He was into punk rock music. He was playing guitar. And then it was near the time of Nishinga Chaturdasi. And the devotees invited him, so he went to the festival. And during the festival, the speaker spoke about the pastime of the incarnation of Nishingadev. How the Lord emerged from the pillar, how he was half man, half lion. He had transcendental claws. He killed Hiranyakashipu on his lap. And he was fascinated. Wow, God is amazing. He can do this. So he came back home very happy. His father, who was like an infinitesimal expansion of Hiranyakashipu, said, Gary, you look so happy. Have you been smoking weed again? I thought you quit with the Haris. Said, no, Daddy, I don't smoke marijuana anymore. So why you look so happy? He said, no, I just came from this festival. You won't believe it. They were telling us about the half man, half lion incarnation. Really? Yeah, you want to hear about it? Yeah, tell me. He started explaining. His father was listening, and he told the full pastime. And then his father grabbed him by the shoulders, looked at him in the eyes. He said, Gary, do you actually believe this crap? His heart, he felt like his father just put him close by and just stabbed his heart right in the middle. He listened as if. And then at the end he said, you actually believe this nonsense? And he thought, wow, I thought this guy, he had an ear like I do, and he can understand and accept. But no. His father was of the atheistic temperament. There is no God. And if there is a God, I have to decide what he is and how he manifests himself. So this shraddha, this piety, to be able to accept the message of the personal feature of the Lord is not always available for everyone. Most people at best have some impersonal conception of the absolute truth. And therefore Prabhupada writes in Bhagavad Gita, purport of chapter 4, verse 10, Vitaraga Bhaya Krodha, that because of their fear of having some existence after this birth, no, people deny the existence. Because now I'm a person. And being a person comes with so many difficulties. We know the challenges of interpersonal relationships. And so people feel that liberation should mean that finish this personal nature of existence. Either become nothing or merge into some light. But the thought of again another life where I'm a person and there are other people and I have to deal with them, oh, this is so scary. So either they take shelter of intoxication and drugs, and then out of that, hallucination finds, oh, it was so spiritual, LSD trips, mushroom trips. Or they're just hardened there is nothing further to this. Famous one is YOLO. You only live once. So the devotees, we don't like to argue too much with people. We say, yes, that's true. You only live once in this body. You're going to get another one. But they're thinking, you only live once. I'm this whole thing, whatever this bag of chemicals is. And it's got no ultimate purpose. And even I'm so insignificant, they may accept, in this big universe. It was here before me. I've just come in 1981, your birthday. I might die in 60 years' time. So this universe has nothing to do with me. It has always been there. And there is no life after death. It's all just a dark, purposeless thing. Lucky we only have just this one short life to enjoy something in this life. So even in this day, this nihilistic philosophy is becoming very much prominent. That the kids, they just want to take drugs and tattoo a lot of things on their body, pierce their body, and just be depressed. There is no purpose to life. So we can see that without hearing about the positive, spiritual, loving relationships with the personality of Godhead, then to find meaning in this temporary world becomes very depressing, to the point of people are becoming suicidal, or they're just harming themselves because there is nothing further. I might as well throw a lot of chemicals in the body, try to enjoy some sort of euphoria while it lasts. So when they hear about God, Maha Vishnu, such a big form, that this whole universe is lasting 311 trillion, 40 billion years. And then we say that actually this period is just the one exhalation and inhalation of Maha Vishnu. It's like really mind-blowing. One breath. We are breathing, we don't even think about it. It's just happening. The Lord is also just lying down, breathing out all these universes with so many Brahmas and so many Kinnaras, Kimpurushas, Charanas, human beings and bugs and birds, with all our problems, financial ruin, success, marriage, divorce, children, whatever that's going on is just part of one breath of the Mahavishnu. So how powerful, what a scale of a person. We were at Radhastami in the temple in Durban. I had just also newly come, my first Radhastami. And the speaker mentioned how everything in creation is within the abdomen of the Lord. And I was sitting there in the temple just kind of feeling like, wow, I'm sitting in the belly of God, It kind of made me feel just, I have to try and behave, And that it's actually not all bad if we are in the belly of God. It means we are safe in the shelter of the personality of Godhead. So God, Prabhupada said, that everyone can say God is great. But to know how great He really is, that's another story. So in hearing about the Purusha incarnations, we are hearing Maha Vishnu great now. Garhodakshayi Vishnu is lying there and he's perspiring and filling up the universe. And then further he manifests from his navel this lotus upon which Brahma was born. There's another. It said that in that lotus, that's where all the planets are situated. So what human mind can figure this out on their own? Because currently people have too much faith in their intellect that they think by exerting themselves they'll understand what is the origin of life, What is the forces governing the universe? What is the situation of the planets? What is the universe? Now they are saying, well, there could be a multiverse. Bhagavatam already says, innumerable universes. They are speculating there could be. But they are thinking that, in a sense gratification way, don't worry, you are just manifesting one life in this universe. There must be other forms of you in the parallel universes. So even if you make mistakes in this one, don't worry, you're probably getting it right in the other universes. Another way just to feel not too bad about our maybe sinful life. So, Krishna katha, whether discussing the Purusha incarnations of the Lord, whether discussing directly the Supreme Person, is always purifying. It is said like that. Tava katamritam tapta jivanam. The words, the glories, the stories about you, Krishna, the gopis are saying, are like amritam. Tapta jivanam, they are particularly pacifying the living beings who are suffering within material existence. Kavibiri ditam kalmasapaham. The sages are broadcasting this knowledge everywhere in the universe. And kalmasapaham, it clears all the sinful reactions, all the dirty things in the heart. Shravana Mangalam. It is very auspicious just to hear anything about Krishna, because it is direct association with Krishna, especially when it's coming from a purified source, like we are hearing from Srila Prabhupada in the books. So Shravana Mangalam, just by hearing, we are becoming purified. It's auspicious activity. Srimad Bhagavatam, greatly auspicious. And therefore, Ye Burida Jana, those personalities that are broadcasting this knowledge, they are the most munificent. They are the most beneficent. Therefore, we heard previously how Vidura is saying to Maitreya, you are the friend of the distressed. You are the well-wisher of everyone. So this activity of broadcasting the glories of Krishna, broadcasting the name of Krishna, chanting Srimad Bhagavatam, chanting Bhagavad Gita, is beneficial for us, whoever we may be as devotees speaking about it. It is beneficial for those who hear. It purifies. And so Vidura is eager. You know, like the children waiting for the parents to finally open the bag of chips and let us start eating already. Come on, mommy, come. Like there's so much things to eat. And then the child is particularly interested maybe in the children likes cookies a lot. Cookies. So there's so many goods, so much nice things. Krishna is manifesting in so many ways. Vidura is thinking, Maitreya doesn't seem to know where to start, because everything is wonderful about Krishna. So he's there like, you speak maybe about the Purusha incarnation. Start there. Because they are fully empowered for creation and maintenance of the universe. So in maintaining the universe, Garhodakshayi Vishnu is there. He enters into every atom of the universe. Brahma Samhita says, Adantarasta Paramanu Chayantarastam. He's fully present and potent in each and every atom of the universe. And therefore, he's manifested in this universe as the Vishnu who lives by the spiritual planet, which is within the universe. Another mind-blowing thing. Where there is the ocean of milk. Shoo. The ocean of milk. Here we have the ocean of salt water. Another wonderful creation of the personality of Godhead. Krishna is preserving so much water. He's put sodium chloride in it, so the water doesn't spoil. Just see. And then, by the power of the sun, he evaporates that water. And then, he's arranged that clouds can carry this water, tons of it. Yet still, we are flying with the aeroplane through the clouds, where there's so much water. And then he transports that water, and it's distributed everywhere around the planet. Just see how fallen one is who wants to deny that at least there is some superior intelligence, some arrangement has been made for even our living in this world. We've become so ungrateful, just so puffed up. Nah, it came by chance. Better it came from nowhere than to say it came from a supreme, intelligent, munificent person. So we will hear further on in the Bhagavatam as Maitreya begins to reciprocate with the desire of Vidura and starts to speak about Krishna. Specifically, the Srimad Bhagavatam, because Vidura was troubled at heart. The Lord has left the planet. By leaving the planet, then all inauspiciousness has come. But it is said that Krishna swa damopagate dhamma jnana dibi saha purana ko dunodita kalo nasta drishame ka purana ko dunodita. That the Srimad Bhagavatam, after the departure of Lord Krishna from this planet, followed by religion, by knowledge, etc., has arisen, and it is going to give light to the people who have lost their vision due to the dense darkness of ignorance. So, Bhagavatam is the incarnation of the personality of Godhead, and it is full of glorification of the Lord in his incarnations and in his dealings with the devotees. So Maitreya will continue to let us know about the incarnations of the Lord and answer the sincere request of Vidura, who is eager. Tell me. Srila Prabhupada ki. Gaur Premanande. Haribo, Hare Krishna. Any comments from the devotees? Yes, Nanda Krishna. Very true. Bring out, show that the Bhagavatam, as Prabhupada said, Krishna consciousness means all questions answered, all problems solved. He said like that. So, Ananda Krishna Prabhu is saying that all the questions that people have, even from a scientific perspective in the modern world, Bhagavatam has the answers. But the service is on the devotees to find these answers from Bhagavatam and present them in the way that the modern so-called sometimes scientific person can be able to accept. And this will be the glory of Srimad Bhagavatam. Then people will honor Bhagavatam as, wow, there's this book, you heard of it, Bhagavatam? It's amazing, you gotta read it, brah. People will be happy. It's true, because Prabhupada says any intelligent person sometimes looks up in the night sky and just wonders, what are all these stars? What is out there? Like, where am I in relation to all of this? Where does it all fit in? And Bhagavatam puts everything into perspective, Such a powerful Shastra. It's Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Anything else from anyone? Okay, we're going to go break the fast. Kantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premanandi Hari Om.